everything okay?
The loot in your cell was full of arrows. Take you prefer singing?
Yes. I have never been very good though.
Yeah.
I enjoy writing songs, but sometimes it is more fun just making up words as I go along. Improvisation keeps the mind sharp and boredom at bay.
Wise. If I asked, would you sing something while we're traveling?
Maybe, but nothing too serious. I would rather save my proper songs for the Bard's College. For now, anyway.
That's fine. Why?
Well, I know it is silly, but my songs are special to me. I would rather perform them in a special place.
That's not silly at all, I
However,
get that.
if you just want me to improvise something while we are traveling, maybe I can help you out. We will see.
We will. Any thoughts?
No, my mind is a song without words right now. What is on your mind?
Alright, mind if I ask you something?
I am all ears.
Do you want to relax here for a bit?
Okay, I will case the joint and keep my ears open for profitable information.
What? Inigo, wait.
Shall we try again? I'll listen. Run the flag
Yes.
What if I ask you something?
Attention.
Okay.
Let me take care.
Let's... Okay, so he doesn't have much stuff to talk about right now.
Okay, talk to you late. Greetings.
I need you to do something.
What would you have me do?
Hi,
How can I
Scritch.
help you, my
Please move out of the way, Scritch. I mean that nicely. Ooh, yeah, we can stay here.
friend? Fair enough.
Don't look like much to me.
No, don't attack Haydn. Why would I want that?
Shall I amuse myself, or are you sticking around?
Amuse yourself? God.
What is on your mind?
Any thoughts?
No, my mind is a sky without stars at the moment.
Man,
Yes.
what a sky that would be. Mind if I ask you something?
Ask away.
Okay, tell me more about your past. Yeah, let's just talk about his past.
My brother and I never knew our real parents. We were found abandoned in a smelly shack by a soldier on his way to battle.
Wow.
We melted his heart with our fuzzy little faces, and he carried us to the nearest town. He deposited us at an orphanage, and that is where we spent most of our childhood.
Tell me more.
My brother and I were adopted by a couple of retired assassins. I guess the orphanage did not do a family background check.
I don't think they did. You must have had a very interesting childhood.
Mine was perhaps a little more unconventional than most, but I suppose all childhoods are interesting to some degree.
Yeah, I guess.
My parents provided me with a love and encouragement. Apart from the nightly training sessions, we were a normal family.
Tell me more.
I was bullied by the other Khajiit children because of my unusual color and markings.
Oh, racism.
My mother showed me a handy trick
Nice.
with a rock
Oh.
and a glove. I was never bothered again.
I'm glad.
Yes, bullies should not be tolerated. They soon learned that being different is not a weakness.
We're kind of, cracking down on bullies while being
My
thieves,
father
but,
showed my brother and I how to use a sword. My mother taught us the bow. Happy childhood memories.
Tell me more.
I grew up in Riverhold, not far from Citadel. My brother and I headed for the Imperial City to find our fortune when we came of age. I found love, for a time at least. My brother found death.
Oh, I'm sorry. Death?
I will come to that soon. There is a little more to hear first.
Love?
Well, now that I think about it, maybe it was not love. It was brief and, as it turned out, one-sided. Anyway, all that happened later.
Tell me more.
My mother and father are both gone. They died protecting a trading caravan a few years back. I guess I am an orphan again.
I'm sorry.
That means a great deal. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm happy to help, man. What are your parents
I
like?
suppose they were a bit bit of an odd couple, being an Argonian and a Khajiit, but they adored each other. And us. Despite their previous profession, they were good people.
Inigo, you and I are basically like your parents right now if we're going from a raw race perspective. So, let's just change subjects. Tell me more about your past.
My brother and I found much work as sellswords. We never made it to the Imperial City, but we made a lot of coin.
What kind of jobs?
A bit of giant killing here, a bit of witch slaying there. We took gold when it was offered, but sometimes we worked for nothing. It is hard to deny those in need, whether they have coin or not. We made more than enough from those who could pay anyway.
Yeah. Where did your travels take you?
All over Cyrodiil, from the Gold Coast to the Gerald Mountains. It is a wonderful land, but quite tame compared to Skyrim. Those were happy times, traveling or working during the day, camping out under the stars at night. Life was good.
Tell me more.
I awoke one morning to a lot of noise outside our tent. My brother staggered in, bleeding, and pushed our father's sword into my hand. He said that if I loved him, I would run. He used the last of his strength to rip out the back of the tent and push me down the slope beyond. Some Khajiit-hating locals had blamed us for a spate of robberies in the area, and had decided to take the matter into their own hands.
Oh, wow.
12 of them had snuck up on us in the night. My brother died, but I live because of him.
I'm sorry about that. Like, jeez.
Yes, that morning I lost all that was dear to me. Unfortunately, I also uncovered a side of myself I never knew existed.
Do you ever wish you stayed and fought?
Every day, my friend. Every day.
What was your brother's name?
His name was Fergus.
Fergus?
I miss him very much, but part of me is glad he did not witness what became of me after his passing.
Who would choose that? You're a mess. If I were him, I'd be ashamed of you. Jeez. Losing him that way was bound to affect you. I'm sure he would have understood.
Maybe you are right. It is a nice thought, but I suppose I will never know.
Tell me some more.
I was recruited by a group of bandits a few years ago. That is when I discovered skooma. It was the beginning of a lot of nastiness.
More.
I was with a bandit girl for a while. Turns out she was using me. She wanted protection, not affection. As soon as she found someone more psychopathic, I was dropped like a sack of troll dung.
Did you love her?
I thought I did. We dulled each other's pain somewhat. She seemed like the only bright thing in a very dark place. Regrettably, she was a vicious, manipulative harpy.
Tell me more.
I left the bandits and took the only ally I had with me. He was also an addict, but we thought we had it under control. His name was Felix. He was a big fellow, good in his scrap. We became mercenaries together.
Tell me more about your past.
After a few months, Felix and I had made a little gold, but our addiction to skooma was getting in the way. No one trusts an addict, my friend. Especially not another addict.
Oh no. Do you ever miss it?
From time to time my body does, but my mind is made up. I am never touching this stuff again.
That's good.
It helped me smother some painful memories, but it took my sense and reason as payment. It was not a fair trade.
More about Felix.
There is not much to tell. He never spoke about his past, but it was clear he had also been through a great deal before becoming a bandit. That life did not seem to suit him. He had been an educated man at some point, I am sure of it. He was violent, but he had retained some dim vestige of honor. I wish we had met under different circumstances.
Tell me more about your past.
One day, Felix burst into my chamber. Instinct took over and I reacted. His murder was my second to last step on the road of dishonor.
Oh, God.
Trying to kill you was my last. My journal tells the rest. Read it if you want. I do not enjoy speaking of these things. That is my story. Not a happy one, but maybe the happy stuff is still to come.
Wow. Okay, tell me about yourself.
I'm not a heavy drinker. Violence is my only remaining vice.
Got it. Tell me about yourself.
Some people say they don't like me because the color of my fur. I don't like ignorant racist bigots, so I guess we're even.
More.
Rabbits are not all they seem. Believe me, I found out the hard way.
Tell me more about yourself.
Taking the scenic route is my style. I'm all for risk and adventure, but why throw yourself off a cliff for no reason?
Valid, honestly.
Ugly is a state of mind. I hate ugly minds.
Gotcha. Okay.
Fire away.
Oh, there's more?
My brother and I never knew our real parents. We met. He deposited
Okay.
us at an. You have my full attention. All right.
I think that's his whole past covered. All right.
Legs. We are on the move again.
That was dark. But you know what? I'm glad we understand Inigo more. So, Kaiden, let's talk about what we know about our companions so far. So, Kaiden, oh, my bad. Kaiden is that's the thing, he doesn't know. He became a sellsword from Cyrodiil, came to Skyrim, and got abducted by the, Thalmor. Sophia's just horny, and Inigo, well, you just heard it there.
Just got lucky is all.
Okay.
Well,
Um,
someone else. The rest just writes itself.
alright, let's go.
I've never seen anyone with skills like yours. I just wanted to let you know that if you need anything, you can talk to me.
Sounds good. How'd you get your unusual name?
My father told me he found me as a young boy in the wreckage of a ship that sank off of the coast near Solitude. All he found in my pocket was a tiny smooth stone inscribed with some sort of strange runes.
Do you know what they mean?
No one does. I've even taken the damn thing to the College of Winterhold. I must have spent every last coin I've made with the guild trying to find out what it means.
Maybe you are meant to know. No, let's find out.
Perhaps. They could be nonsense, inane scribbles done by someone in idle boredom. But if not, if they actually mean something, they might tell me where I'm from, what ship I was on, everything.
So who gave you the name?
Actually, the fisherman who found me, the man I call my father, gave it to me. Thought it was fitting, I suppose. I never changed it because it never felt right to do so.
I'll keep an eye out.
I appreciate that.
Alright.
Seeing you.
Sid,
Wanted to say something to you.
that's not ominous at all. How'd you become so good at picking locks?
Pull up a chair, my friend. This is quite a tale.
Okay.
When I started out in this business, I wasn't really interested in the guild or being a thief.
With skills like yours, why not?
I didn't mean to imply I was earning an honest living either. With my lock-picking aptitude, I was a natural at jailbreaking. Made a great deal of gold doing it, too.
Jailbreaking? What's that?
It's
What?
when a client pays you to get arrested. You get thrown into a prison for the express purpose of breaking out. Usually it's to free someone the client cares about, and sometimes well, to kill someone on their behalf. Either way, the trick was in the escape. That's where my strengths came in handy.
Why'd you stop?
Well, as a jailbreaker, you work alone. No guild to back you up. I do jobs for the Thieves Guild and the Dark Brotherhood, but if things didn't go as planned, I was on my own.
Gotcha.
The last jailbreak I attempted failed. I was imprisoned in High Rock for 3 years before they let me go. After
That sounds terrible.
I promised myself I'd never do it again.
So why'd you join the guild?
I don't know. I think I realized that out in the world, my skills would bring me more wealth as a thief, rather than an assassin. Killing someone in a jail is much easier than what the Dark Brotherhood deals with. I guess I wanted to play it safe.
I get you.
I already knew Delvin. I asked if I could join up, and that was that.
Alright, cool.
Some other time, perhaps.
Huh? Thrin.
Talk to me? Okay.
So you're part of a bandit clan?
I joined up with them maybe 10 years ago. Small clan, maybe 20 men. We'd raid villages, rob caravans. But it was always about the killing for them.
But not for you?
Don't get me wrong. The first few years with that clan were some of the best years of my life. All the food I could eat, all the wine I could drink, and all the women I could bed.
What changed?
We raided a caravan one spring. I think it was a few wagons with some farmers moving to a new village. They didn't put up much of a fight. All that was left were the women and the children. Then the leader of our clan, Garthek, he ordered us to kill the rest.
You never had to do that before?
No, we usually let them go. I refused to do it, and Garthek ordered the clan to kill me as well. Luckily, I had made some friends with the clan who immediately sided with me. We tore each other to pieces. After it was over, those of us that remained simply went our separate ways.
And Garthek?
I left his head on a pike at the wreckage of the caravan. Never knew what became of the rest of the clan that survived. I suppose they moved on, just like I did.
Interesting. I like that backstory. I like how he has actual honor and isn't just, I kill people. Bipper.
You're making waves around here. I like that. If you ever want to talk about anything, you let me know.
How'd you earn your name?
It was on a job a few years back. It was supposed to be a simple burglary on a house in Windhelm. I was working with Vex, and we got inside with no trouble. We found the loot and made our way out.
Sounds normal to me.
Well, it was, up until the point where we set foot outside. The house was surrounded by town guard. The client had ratted us out. Vex just tells me to run, so I did. Half of them went after me, the other half went after her.
Neither of you got... Did either of you get caught?
Are you kidding me? Vex lost them in seconds. Once she steps into the shadows, she vanishes. Me? I ran, and I ran, straight through the gates of Windhelm, and all the way back to Riften.
That's a lot.
Vex was waiting for me at the flagon when I came in, drenched in sweat. Everyone just took a look at me and laughed.
Why were they laughing?
Well, I had forgotten we had our horses tied up just outside of Windhelm. Vex rode hers back and arrived hours before I did. So, that's how I earned the name. Now keep it to yourself.
Uh-huh, okay.
Need any more pickpocket training? You just let me know.
Who are you?
Come here a second.
How'd you end up with the guild?
I used to live in Valenwood, working at my father's winery. We made the finest wine to ever cross your lips, I promise you. We
Thanks.
were doing well. Plenty of coin, a huge mansion, and I was even betrothed to a lovely young woman.
What happened?
Because it was dull. Every day was the same boring routine. Working at the winery, social visits with friends, parties with no one I cared about. I just wanted a little excitement. Something dangerous.
Like being a thief.
I hooked up with a guild in Valenwood. I think they called themselves the Silver Crescents. Spent quite a few years doing jobs for them. Made a lot of coin, but I didn't care. I didn't really need it. I was running with them because it fit. Made me feel alive.
How'd you end up in Skyrim then?
Well, after a while, my father caught on to what I was doing. He confronted me one night and gave me a choice. Either leave Valenwood, or he'd have me thrown into jail. Gave me a day to say my goodbyes to everyone.
That must have been difficult.
I ended up in Skyrim thanks to a contact I'd made when I was with the Crescents. Good old Delvin.
I love
He
Delvin.
introduced me to Gallus, and that was it.
Who's
I've
Gallus?
been here ever since. And you know what? Despite what I left behind, I don't regret it one bit.
Okay.
If you ever need more practice with the bow, just
Sapphire.
Let's talk for a moment.
Oh, so will you tell me your real name?
Look, I don't really know you. I don't even really know anyone here. Why do you care anyway? It's not like we're family. This is a business.
Gee, wow. Okay. Something had to make you this angry.
Look, you want to know about me? All right, I'll tell you. I'll tell you about the time I was a young girl, barely out of her teens, living on a pig farm in the middle of nowhere. Didn't have a coin to spend between our entire family. Ate the same slop we fed our livestock.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's horrible.
Oh wait, it gets much better. How about the fact that our farm was attacked by bandits, and that they killed my entire family, who didn't even brandish a weapon against them? Here's the best part. They took me as a prize and violated me for a fortnight. Tossed me from bandit to bandit like...
You don't have to continue.
It's fine. I had to tell someone, I suppose. Carrying around a weight like that, it hurts after a while. Cuts you inside like a dagger to the heart.
How'd you end up escaping?
Over time, I managed to gain their confidence. Then one night I grabbed a knife, waited until they fell asleep, and cut their throats. I never returned to that pig farm, you know. There's nothing for me there. So that's my sad story. What do you think?
I would probably try and sympathize and, help her, but you still never told me your real name.
Maybe one day. Just not today.
It's probably Gertrude.
I hope we bump into each other again.
Okay. Eyes open. Keep your eyes on Sapphire. There's more to her than meets the... No, shit. Wait, have need of Sinric? Mercer, I consider a personal favor if I could once again utilize Sindric's unique skills for a delicate situation in the Sidna mines. A close friend has been incarcerated in that horrible place, and I should like him freed as soon as possible. I recommend Sindric avoid the Forsworn element that's prevalent within the mine and stick to it as simple as an escape plan as possible. But I'm going to leave this episode here. I hope you guys really liked it. Again, I thought that it'd be good to dedicate a whole episode to just, getting to know the guild, because we are going to be spending a lot of time with these guys, because until we make that 50,000, these are going to be our bros. So, yeah. Make sure you subscribe to join the Cabbage Patch, and I'll catch you all next time. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. I don't know why I said that. Alright, bye.